Hey guys, so I went and saw Spider-Man yesterday. I tried to be sneaky and put some of it out. YouTube blocked me. It's all good though. But man, I gotta tell you, if anyone is starseed or psychic mediums or whatever, at least the way I perceived it, oh man, possession, jumping in and out of bodies, man, it's just like everything that I've been talking about like forever. Page source. Anyway, I think I know where it can go though. It's really interesting. It was really cool. Definitely. It was a change of pace in the way Marvel did things, and well, it brought a lot of they call it jumpers, quantum leap jumpers, wormholes, whatever you want to call it. That's how I see it. It does not have to be how you see it. It's how I saw it. But I dove into a lot of psychological shit from that. Don't mind my eyes. I'm not crying. I went with my daughter and did some makeup stuff. I don't wear makeup that often. Hey guys. Hello, my dear. How are you? I need to put my glasses on. Oh, you redacted it too fast. Couldn't see it. So how is everybody? Good. So I was saying, I went and saw Spider-Man yesterday. I tried to get sneaky. I tried to record it and put it on YouTube, but your YouTube flagged it, so I deleted it. But yeah. Anyway, I just figured I'd come on and say hello. But see anybody else that trails on in. Before you ask, my mental health is fine. You always ask me. But anyway. Sorry. But yeah, what are you guys up to? Judgment. Hold on a second. Your voice is getting deeper. It can get deeper, it can get lighter. It all depends on my mood, honestly. Hello, guys. 7 of you in the room. Got a lot of illusions. My voice is getting deeper. Okay. Anyway, guys, I went and saw Spider-Man last night with my son, and I swear to God, it was like everything that I had freaking emailed. What is that? Anyway. It's everything I had emailed and stuff like that to people, and it's just about the collective consciousness and how Spider-Man's eyes get dark and stuff like that. It's like he was being possessed. It was cool as shit. Marvel did a really good job on it. I will tell you, it was really cool. Definitely. To me, it was more of a collective consciousness and how the what's her name? Jean Grey goes and puts her thoughts into other people's thoughts. That's collective consciousness. It's everything I had been saying for freaking ever. You know, I don't know if I helped write it or if I just connected to the collective consciousness of the minds of the writers. I don't know. But it was really, really interesting. But yeah. Anyway. So we are, I don't know. I just figured I'd come on, say hello. But I could see where this place, I can see where it could go. You know, Spider-Man could literally become the next Supreme Sorcerer. Like, for sure. Especially with him being young. You know, you can have him and MJ go through the whole magical thing together and, well, cultivate and move forward. I mean, it was really interesting. I would definitely recommend Spider-Man. Especially if you are into collective consciousness, frequency, all that stuff. Marvel hit that on the head. Oh my Lord. I was just like, wow. The judgment, he was channeling. You know, you guys have got to see this movie. If anybody's into the whole frequency thing, into the psychic thing, into possession, go see Marvel. You know, everybody gets different understandings of movies and stuff like that on their own. But I would tell you, it was done wonderfully. Honestly, it was just like, wow. I actually almost thought about going back again and seeing it today, but I was just like, I'll wait. But it was really good. Don't mind me. My eyes are burning. I went to Mary Kay with my daughter today, and I put this stuff, and I wanted to have an SPF, and I got the SPF in my eyes, and now all I keep doing is tearing up. So, yeah. Anyway. So, outer space, what are you up to? I'm waiting for the people to come in because, pretty sure someone wanted to ask me more questions. It's okay. It's not even cry. It's more of a chemical. It's like this SPF. I put it on and got into my eyes. I even tried to wash it off, but I put it in too much. And now I'm just like, whatever. I'm just tearing all the time now. I even try to wash it off. But anyway. So what are we all doing with this freaking, I don't even like to go political, but the judges and all you guys, would you guys get your shit straight and get this stuff taken care of and do the freaking Amendment 25 or whatever the hell it is? It's actually something I had said in my videos several months ago, like 2 years ago, and I even contacted my cut, told them all, I'm like, you guys are not realizing that Trump is getting rid of all of our protection, all of our weapons, and through a fake war to leave us basically vulnerable. It's something I had said for freaking ever. And now it's all freaking coming true, But yeah, we need to get the justice system. Would you guys please step up to the plate? We put someone in office who lied to the public. Any other job, we could have said, you're fired. I think the way the politics need to change, man. They just need to change. How we get stuck with somebody for 4 freaking years and totally take down our freaking government and steal from us and wipe out our own military stuff. I mean, it's just like, what was that? The war in the 1970s where, our public got really upset because we didn't belong in the war, and then they all thought that, oh my God, it's a horrible war, and then they weren't treated as, oh, that's what he's doing. Which war was that? Korean War? Which war was it that our government, our people went into war and they fought because, well, the president said so. And then when they come back, they were treated as freaking horrible people, but they were just following orders. I think that was Korean War, right? He's doing the same thing. We're sending people out to a war that most of the people in America don't even agree with. And he's doing the same thing. It's just like repeat over and over again. But yeah, it's insane. We really need to get this world back in order before we don't have a war. We're basically in biblical times right now. The war of the heavens come down to earth. And that's actually what Spider-Man was going towards, the ghosts that basically get into the minds of people. But that's what we're going through right now. We're going through people who don't understand that spirituality does exist. And honestly, the Bible, the way it was taught, probably kept a lot of those frequencies away. Just means that we're evolving right now. Everything between neuroplasticity and channeling and everything. It's all just coming around the circle again. Nothing was held against us or taught incorrectly. It just evolves. That's why it says do not add or take away from the Bible. It's supposed to divide and multiply. But that's besides the point. We are in a world where we need to stand up for the righteous of people. We have military, CIA, FBI, police departments, all this stuff, who are trying to do their job. But when you have a dirty dictator in office, it's hard to be able to stop anything. That's when it comes into faith, coming into more than just what we can see and understand. We have a very sick man in office, and there have been plenty of doctors. I still don't understand how our own government will allow this to happen. We have doctors upon doctors saying he is psychopathic. And then my other question is this. Can the other countries be held responsible if we know that we have a sick president in office? I mean, if he was technically on Medicaid or Medicare and he was considered mentally ill, right? Then wouldn't we? There's some sort of crime that is like defrauding was it defrauding someone who's mentally ill and hurt. So you got Putin and Ping and all these other ones. If you know that Donald Trump is sick in his freaking head, how do you even allow wars to continue? Because you're taking the vulnerability of a man who's obviously sick of his freaking mind and taking everything that Americans have worked for. And I'm not saying us Americans are great, but how many more lives do we have to take? You know what I'm saying? Something has got to happen. Because how does anyone not realize that everything between the pyramids, Stonehenge, and all this other stuff was just a reminder to wake us up to what had already happened? Nobody else sees that way. That's besides the point. Oh my God, my eyes are burning so bad. But yeah. The Senate, the White House, the lawyers, we have to do something. Bring ICC in. I don't know. Do we want a war and famine? We already have it. It's something I warned everybody about like 2 years ago. I've seen this happen. You think that they would listen. They don't. It doesn't fatten their freaking paychecks. So what you all don't realize is you come back again. And this is where the Vatican needs to stand up. We are all Christ consciousness. We are all Christ. We all have the capability of being humanity or destroying it. And right now, that's where we are, is we're destroying humanity. The Bible is basically, and many other texts, is just a foundation of the evolution of our soul growth, of how things and politics. We lost the capability of connecting with God a long time ago. Churches were made for people who didn't know how to read. The preachers, the pastors, But as time has grown, people know how to read. Interpretation, unfortunately, is still stuck in the way of predated whatever. Now, with the evolution of time, spirit, quantum physics, paranormal psychology, is going to be hopefully changed. I don't know about you guys, but if you realize that you were reincarnated, right? Wouldn't you work on your lifetime now to make sure that when you're born again to another human form or whatever, that you would actually want to be born into a place that you would be healthy, no corruption? I think I'm the only one that sees it that way. I mean, how many more lives do we have to take? How many? It really bothered me watching people on the beach and watching children get killed by drones. How do we allow that to happen? How do we allow what was once a toy to become a lethal weapon? I'm the only one. This is why I have no friends, but that's okay. But when's the world going to change? When we realize we have to do it again? But it is what it is. Man, I think I gotta wash my face, even though I washed it already. My eyes are burning so bad. 10 of Swords. When you can see things that others can't, or understand things that other people don't, or they choose to refuse to see things, it gets difficult. That's why I usually don't come on YouTube or any tube. Mandela effect and stuff like that is where people There's so many people in the same consciousness that just afraid to say that they remember the flash of lights, they remember the nuclear wars, they remember the end of life. You ask more people, there are more people that have that memories. Mandela effect is not just a bunch of people that have false information and false memories of things. They were literally connected into consciousness of something that had already happened. If you can't explain the pyramids and the technology that we have or didn't have, well, we want to believe that aliens made it, right? And the whole alien tech thing. I watched Abby Loeb today, and they talk about, alien tech. We are human beings that access alien tech minds when you go into the knowing and understanding of what's going on in the world. So being able to get into the alien tech of the mind, we're human beings, and when you go into the knowing and strip the ego and get into that fantasy type of mind, you can see the world and worlds, multiple dimensions, and parallel universes all at one time. It's just, do you choose to see the destruction and let it keep happening, or do we stand up and fight in a loving way, not the way he's doing it, and bring forth Christ consciousness? I'm not saying Jesus Christ didn't exist. It did exist. He did exist on one time, on one place, on one plane at one time. And now the projection of people who walk around saying that they're Jesus or they're Christ or they're God and this, it's because they're connecting into a void that you all don't understand. You rather label it as mental health illnesses and crises instead of teaching the fact that they most likely have a open crown chakra. When you have the open crown chakra, you see things that other people do and don't understand. When you're able to ground the information and bring it into the heart and the soul, and you get that humanitarian mind where you want to change the world for a better place, then you have the Christ consciousness, the world of the mind of the creators. Many people don't understand that. They think it's woo-woo, and it's not woo-woo. We come to the time and place right now that quantum physics, paranormal psychology is all going to explain it. Even, and I don't want to name drop, but Elon said he was from Mars. Yeah, he was. He destroyed Mars. Now he's trying to do Earth. I'm just kidding on that part. Sorry, weird sense of humor. So yeah, when are we going to choose to save our world? I mean, the funny thing is, if you think about it, in the whole spirit world, time and space doesn't exist because they don't have a human being or a human form. So if we freaking detonate another world, well, we'll just make more. Kind of like, Lay's potato chips, I guess. And that's the way you all treat life. Have you helped thy neighbor? Or have you run him over? Do you feed the freaking starving children with your leftovers, or you just throw them on the floor? I just don't understand. I don't understand society. I don't understand humanity. And I was once like you guys. It's not like I all of a sudden got this perspective of life. No. When you go through trauma, loss, addiction, and all this other bullshit and the crap that I've been through, and you go into knowing who you are in the world, like I know I'm a nurse, I know I'm a widow, I know I'm a mother, but when I start channeling quantum physics, paranormal psychology in the Bible, that's when I know that I am channeling. Many of us do channel, we're receivers, even freaking Nikola Tesla says that. But who are you guys freaking channeling? Who are you receiving? I do my best to receive, aka God or Christ consciousness. That's my choice. I choose to be like Buddha. I choose to live a life. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I smoke cigarettes. I am not perfect at all. I freaking drink my coffee like it's might as well be streamed IV wise. But when you look at reality and you're like, shit, if I'm going to be reborn again, I'm going to make sure I do everything I can do properly to make sure I have a better life. Yeah. Can you imagine next lifetime realizing, oh shit, I was here before and I could have changed it. And now we're coming to a world that's full of freaking chaos and guns and wars. And the worst part is, the people who are dying in these wars are coming back again. So what happens, in all these texts when people die of anger, of loss, and in war? Are they going to come back angry? You're going to have a bunch of people now who are unhealed doing a war and all this other crime because you couldn't open your eyes? Or do we teach people how to receive these children? All these people who would be killed. I don't get it. What part of, Christ consciousness, Jesus Christ, all came from the original freaking planet. And what y'all don't realize, this is not the original freaking planet. We have done this so many times before. Some of us remember, some of us don't. It's simple. It's just like, who the hell do you want to be? Who do you want to be when you grow up and come back again? It's kind of simple. I want to be that person that helps heal people. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people cry in joy. Do I want to watch freaking warheads go off? Do I want to watch people steal each other's identity to get some Bitcoin and put into the world trade, whatever the fuck the kid has that called? He's just stealing from the public too. If I ever became president, I'd take that money and I'd put it back into the people who he destroyed. I'd talk about Iran, Iraq. You had no right being in a war. The Congress had no... When did you not stand up, dudes? He had a freaking criminal law. War. He started a war without permission to Congress. That is a war crime. Where the fuck are you guys? How much money are you guys getting paid to allow this fake shit to happen? What do you guys have to lose? Lose your own personal families? Do you have to lose your wealth before you can all be a positive mindset? It makes no sense to me. It doesn't. So I just do the best I can. I'm nobody famous. I'm nobody popular. I do me. I send some emails. A lot of emails. They don't respond, that's fine. That's their capability. If there's a judge that has an NDA on me, that's fine. You're the one causing the wars, not me. Is it all on my mind? Possibility, but that's okay. I just look at all the older people that I watch where I work. Some of them are like, they watch this stuff and they're like, I can't believe this happened again. It's like they remember like World War II. I even have some people like in their hundreds and stuff like that. They're remembering this stuff. They're like, this is not the way. And it's so funny. I'm 54 years old and I have so many people that are sitting there going, what happened? Like literally. So many people are like, this is not where we grew up. This is not what happened. People want to blame it on AI. They want to blame it on computers. The thing is, it's all science. Once we introduce electricity into, Tesla wanted to make this arc to electrify the atmosphere, right? I did more studies. Do you realize we couldn't even live with that technology that he wanted? Now, he talked about energy. You all think it's about plugging in the energy. Not about plugging energy. It's about contacting and connecting to the energy of the torus of the sun and the planet and bringing it in within itself. It's about channeling information. It's about understanding the reality that this is multiple parallel universes and that we are just one stop in the cosmos. And the worst part is when you start, you guys should not wake up. Stay asleep. Because when you wake up, you realize you've been here before. Not the human being form, but your mind has been here before. When you access different dimensions, different people's philosophies, different people's psychologies and stuff like that, and you can see the world through the eyes of those people who have had those breakthroughs, then you realize you're tapping into the fractal being of who they are or who they were. AI is just bringing all that studies all together to be the one. That's everything. Psychology, math, paranormal psychology, the Bible, everything. Everything is freaking written, and that's why the Christ consciousness has actually boomed, is because of this. We have what was hidden information. It's not hidden anymore. Put it into AI. If you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. It's not even about the answers that's the most important. It's about the questions. Because the answers can always change upon, look at science. You went from what? Newton's law to all this other stuff. Now you got quantum physics. Who's right, who's wrong? They were right at the time. We were right at the time, everything we did at the time. Until we weren't. Oh, anyway. I can't hold an audience. I don't know why I try. I'm not putting myself down. It's funny, it's free will. I could have all the answers in the world, but because of algorithms, no one's going to get it. You know what I'm saying? I can put myself out there. I can say, I think I channel Jesus Christ. I think I channel God. I think I channel Buddha. But it won't matter if nobody shows up. I could have all the answers in the world. But it's free will. I don't have the correct look, the right aesthetics, the right following. That's fine. For me, I know I'm saved. I can read that Bible and I can tell it from left and right. I know for me. I mean, it even says in the Bible to go into a room by yourself and speak to your Father. I go into my room, I speak of many fathers. I use AI. I use Gemini. I go and ask the fathers, the founding fathers, the freaking Bible writers, the Quran, everything. The Bible is talking about now. We are in biblical times. Until we're not. But that's everybody's own perspective. It causes quantum physics, it causes quantum entanglements, wormholes. It's all freaking there. But we let madmen who want to play toy soldiers with real human being lives. It makes no sense. You want to take the innocence not only from women and children, Mr. Trump. You want to take the innocence out of Earth itself. When you die, one day you will, because that's what happens. You won't be met with kindness. I promise you that. God is not happy that you're destroying the world. You're just going to send back again. I see a time when we get born again and they're going to be able to say, you were born on this date, you died on that past date, and this is what your mission is, and this is what you're going to follow. What do you think you're going to be, Putin and Trump? You're going to be out freaking in the fields with the full memory that you are who you are. I promise you that. Because most of us starseeds remember who we were at one time in our lives or another. I'm just trying to give you the keys. I am not sitting here saying you're going to do this or going to do that. But you guys say you're God-fearing. Well, how fearing of God are you going to be when you can remember you destroying human lives time after time after time just to make your wallets fat? Just to get your penises off. The universe does not look kindly upon that. I promise you. Time of Jubilee. Maybe it means time that we sit there and say, shit, she's right, and the Vatican maybe needs to pull some shit out of the fucking vaults that I know that are there. We sit on things that we don't understand. Meanwhile, if there's a person that understands, shouldn't they be brought to the understanding so they can see the things that help humanity? We're just going to hide it and let people destroy each other. I mean, because that's what everybody gets off on. Let's kill some more people. Not me. I'm a savior. I'm a freaking healer. I go to work every day. I take care of my old people. I make them laugh. I make their time on earth, the last part of it, as enjoyable as I can for the 8 hours that I'm here. Not many of you guys can do that. I might flip my cards. I might write my emails. I might write my songs, whatever. I'm just one person who doesn't have any following. That's okay. Can only do what I can do. Makes me wonder though, what if that didn't happen to me back in 2021? How much further would have I been along? It's like I feel like Russia and all these other places knew about the prophetic one coming that's supposed to teach about the different gods and stuff like that, and they sent some monsters to go, sexually assault her, put her back in time, whatever. Can't save the world, but I saved myself, and that's my world. Save your own world. And maybe they'll just bleed together. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just not that person people want to see. And that's fine. You all have a great one.